Hello and welcome to my new YouTube video. I am doing this spontaneous and intuitive because I already made an intuitive German video, and I asked you actually on my Instagram post, if you haven't read it yet, if you want that I'm gonna follow me around when I read a book, and you said yes, and that's why I am actually filming a video for you. And if there's some kind of strange thing here around, I am actually testing something. I am using some different things, especially I'm using a video editor, and this time I'm gonna use it right now with that one to film me and not with my video camera or mobile phone. So just accept what you see right now. Well, how do we want to start right now? First of all, as you can know, you know me better. I mean, you don't know me because maybe you're following me right now. I'm a YouTuber and a blogger, and I used to write books reviews some years ago, several times, every day. And if you haven't noticed on my blog for the information, I actually told the people, gave the information that I don't write any more reviews, especially for free, because we all need money, and I need money, and you need money, and I have to go on and move on. If I don't earn my money, then I'm still here, living here in the house, and don't pay the bill and don't pay the tax, and that's not good. So that's why it is very, very important that I earn money, and that's why it costs a little bit much, but you can pay it. I don't know how to say this, okay? So yeah, it costs a little much, but you mean you have to pay everything for your health. In Germany we have Krankenkasse, Rentenversicherung, for the people who are older. I don't know if you have that in America. And pay the bills, and when you live in a house, besides Strom, energy, water, and stuff like that. And that's why I'm not doing any more for free, and that starts in May. So everything that comes in May, it will cost. So I just got a book. I got yesterday a book that I actually asked for, and I normally love books, and this publisher, I always help the publisher, and they do it actually for free. And I don't know what has gotten into me, why I actually wanted to read it, but for me, I needed to read it because it was so interesting, and it's in German, and this author is also very, very famous. And I also got from the publisher a tarot reader, a tarot card, and I made a video about it, and that is actually on my YouTube channel, and you can find it kind of complicated way because it's hide it. So if you're clever, and if you're an agent or something like that, a detective, then you might find my little hiding video about this tarot card, even though it's in German. But if you like to listen to German words, maybe you can find it. So that's why I actually asked for this book to read, and I'm gonna show you it. It's in German, it is called Das alte Wissen der aufgestiegenen Meister. Die Verbindung mit den universellen Geistführern aktivieren. In English, it is about divining masters, ancient wisdom, activation to connect with universal spirituality guides, spiritual guides. This book is actually in English. What I actually read, no, this book is in German, what I have, but you can buy it in English on Amazon. But please help the bookstores. So buy better in bookstores. And the English part one is actually published last year in April, and in Germany in March this year. So now you know it. And this is kind of crazy and interesting because you get so many information about the masters, and I'm gonna show you it. I just did that in German too. The first part, is die Meister. That's the master. Where are the master? The history of the master and the higher rates. The second one is about the connection, to connect with them. The third one is about to work with the masters, activate your process. And those are kind of very interesting. Those are 33 masters that you can work with Buddha, Jesus, Green Terror, or Ishtar Horus. I think it's kind of interesting because I like that. I want to know more about them, who they are, what they are, why we are calling them masters. I mean, why, you know? And here's the list of the activation. Ashtar activation, the cosmic light, or Brigid activate the inner fire. That goes with the next page till here. Very, very interesting. Now I'm gonna show you. This is a German book, and this is from Irisianer Verlag. That's why I'm always asking the publisher about this book. And this book has about 318 pages. In German it costs 18 Euro. When you buy it in America, it costs 14 euros. I'm gonna read the blurb. Discover new tools and wisdom to connect with the Ascended Masters and receive their guidance, healing, protection, and support on your spiritual path. The Ascended Masters are enlightened souls who walk the earth and sometimes other planets before us and now offer the wisdom and light to the world. You may already know some of them: Buddha, Mother Mary, and even the Egyptian goddess Isis. But there are many more who can bring healing and love into your life. In the first book on the Ascended, discover an easy to understand history of 33 of the Ascended Masters and how they ascended for the greater of humanity. Activation and visualizations to welcome the energy of these incredible spiritual allies into your world. Powerful exercises and tools to raise your vibration and heighten your intuitive connection. How to access the Council of Loud. No, not Council of Loud. Why was it Council of Loud? No, Council of Light. Effort retreats from healing and guidance. Yes, the English part is from Hay House. Actually, there's also a tarot card. And before I'm gonna tell you, and before everyone's gonna scream at Moira, why aren't you taking my book? I just want to explain something for you. That's what I just did in the German way. Before I started Theta Healing, I wasn't in a good mood. And as you can see, I just bought lots of books every month, 20 books in a month. And I read every month 8 books. And that was because I hated the world. I didn't like the people. I hated the people around me. I just actually wanted to feel safe. That's why I just bought lots of books. And I was hiding. I wasn't any more active. I wasn't any more living right now. I was actually living in the future, in the fantasy world, in the fairy tale world. Do you know what I mean? And that's why I just bought lots of books for the protection, for safeness, and yeah, not to feel alone. And when I started Theta Healing, everything has changed in a certain way. Everything changed in my life. And I am visiting lots of seminars and losing all those belief systems, what I've just told you. If you haven't heard about Theta Healing, check out my YouTube video about it. You get all the information that you need. If you've got any questions, just write it below in the comment below. And that's why I changed myself. I changed in a better way. And in the last few months, I didn't have time to read a book. I read a book and it took about 4 months. Normally I read books, like I said, 8 books in a month. Now I just read 1 book in 4 months. So I didn't have that time to read a book. I mean, when I go to bed, I go to bed. I don't try to sleep, but I do nothing more. You know what I mean? So it doesn't have to do with somebody else, with your book. but I don't want to stress myself to read a book in 2 days. I just want to amuse it. I just want to relax and enjoy reading it. And that's why I don't take any book reviews, or to write book reviews, because I don't have that time. I don't. Now I'm living in the, not in the future, I'm living right now and here and now, and here and yet, and working on my company and make advertisement and stuff like that, and you know, but I have no time to read a book. It seems crazy. And you know, if you have told me last year that Moira doesn't buy any more books, I would say that's a lie. And if you would have said that Moira maybe would sell all her books, maybe, I would say, no, I won't sell more books. And now, I'm almost kind of doing it. So it's changed my whole life. You see, teacher healing changed me. Teacher healing helped me to move on, and I'm feeling safe. I don't need to buy books now. I don't need it. I don't have to. Why should I buy books? I mean, I loved books. I loved books. I loved every book, and I think I can live without books. I can if I want to, and maybe I am selling them. Maybe. So that's for the explanation why I don't take books and read them and write reviews, because I don't have that time. And if I want to read a book, then I want to relax and enjoy it. So that has nothing to do with you. And yes, and I'm kind of interested about it, and I can't wait to read it, even though I actually don't read a book in the last few months. I didn't, but that's right. But I will give you information when I read some things and inform you what I just learned, what's interesting about it, and yeah. So I will see you later. Bye bye. Hi. I'm doing it now in English, so don't think that I am actually forgetting you. I told my German ones that I am actually kind of making a video about my reading vlog, talking about this German book from Kaylee Gray. I'm gonna put the picture here. Oh, why is it red? Here or here in next to it. And I am on page 76. I don't know how long I am reading this book and how long, or when I actually recorded the video before, and but it's actually kind of very, very interesting to read this book, because there are so many there's so many information that I've never heard before, like about, let me say, what was it? What who Alice Bailey is, something like that, a person, and how to connect yourself with the golden matrix, or the violation, or the big hole of learning. That's quite interesting. You can go into the good big hall of learning. It's a kind of a mystery school to connect or rebuild a spirituality connection. And and when you work as a medium, you can use that way. That's quite interesting. Or what a Shambhala is. Never heard that before. The violation flame is very known because that's Saint-Germain, and Saint-Germain is who are you? How do you call him? Saint-Germain, what are you? Er ist ein aufgestiegener Meister. Was sagt man denn auf Englisch? Warte. Wait. No. He's a rising master. Yeah. And he's a master, and he was also here in the world, or on the world, in different bodies and different personalities. I heard that Saint-Germain was also Ku Yang, but I don't know if it's true. So when I am going to see him, I'm gonna ask him lots of questions, and maybe we're gonna find it out. Yes, and the quite interesting thing was about the Hall of Amenti, Lemuria are very, very interesting things in physical places. And what else was also very interesting, as you know, I'm a Theta healer, and I'm actually kind of try to find the right logo. Do you say logo? For my company, and I couldn't find it, and I actually asked the Creator of God if he could send me one, and I didn't get it yet. But my teacher has one, and she has the flowers. How do you call it in English? The flowers of life. And this logo is kind of very, not really cute, not really pretty, but in this book, Calligraphy also tells you all about what the meaning of flower of life means, and that is very, very interesting. I didn't know that. Never heard of that before. So the flower of life is also the egg of the life, the fruit of the life. Very interesting. Your DNA, that's what I didn't told the German ones, and Metatron, Decatur, Würfel. How do you call it? Würfel. Oops. I have to check it out before I'm gonna say something wrong. Cube. Metatron's cube. Metatron is also a master, and he helps you to, how do you call it in English? How do you say it? Wait, I have to think. How to move on in your life. Normally, some people live in the moment and start in the middle of the day, and maybe have lots of stuff to do and can't do something, and Metatron helps you. With the cube, you put it somewhere over your desk or somewhere else, and when you look at it, you know what to do, and you do it all the time, and you have to make a plan what you have to do, make a list. Tomorrow morning I have to write a book, or go and buy something, take care of the tax and stuff like that, and then you do all these stuff that you have to do, and you completely overwhelmed and happy that you already did something and fulfilled very well. That is kind of interesting about the flower of life and about the cube. Yes, and here are the same interesting things about the color ones. You know, the violet color when you say you want to visit a violet color. Or not visit, but when you call the color violet, then you know it's Saint-Germain. That's kind of interesting. But I'm gonna tell you some more about it later. So, but I have to tell you something. That's what I did in German. And it's been a while I read a book, and I requested publisher to ask if I could read the book, and they sent me it, and it took a while to read this book. And this book was about fantasy, witchcraft, and it was a fantasy roman. And I really find it kind of crazy, but I was kind of curious what the people might write about, reviews about this book. I was on Goodreads, and this review from this person was quite horrible. No, it wasn't respectful. It was against respect. No respect, no acceptance. And yeah, that was it. And I was totally shocked, because normally you write a review very kind and very nicely. And I'm working with this publisher for about 2 years or 3 years, and this publisher isn't doing nasty things, and isn't writing talking about people who are against vaccinated. The German ones would say Querdenker, people who think differently. I don't know how you call it in English. Well, you can describe it and give a comment below. But I think that was kind of rude. And that's what I just told the German ones. We should accept people who they are, what they believe. And it's very sad to see that you guys don't respect people who aren't vaccinated, because they are not doing what you wanted to do. I mean, it's their life, their decisions, and you have to respect it. I mean, you respect people who don't like meat, who don't like vegetables, who don't like fruits, who don't like chocolate like me. But that's acceptance. But people who aren't vaccinated, you don't accept that. That's very, very sad. I don't want to judge you and say bad things about you, because I don't know who you are, what you are. But if you got fear or you're scared of things, then you should just open yourself and put it into your heart and not swallow it down. Emotions comes and goes, and some emotion we swallow it down and think, oh, we don't have time, and oh, we should shame about that. I know that. But emotions are very, very important for us. They can damage us if we don't heal it. If we don't see it, if we don't feel it, they can really, really damage us. If you always swallow your madness down, then you will have problems with your liver, for example. And that's why we should just build a contact between our feelings and our emotions, because they are very, very important for us and for our health and for our system. And immune systems, yeah. And just wanted to say it right. And the thing is, if you just always are in a negative, aggressive, kind of like a war emotion feelings you will never ever find the real truth, or you will never hear your intuition, because you're always, that's why it's always here in this book is talking about that too, you're always taking you to the ground, and you're not, wait, how do we call it in German? Just forgot. Yeah, you're always putting yourself, you're not swinging higher, you're swinging down or lower, down like that. And people who are always outside, who are always walking in the nature, have contact with Mother God, with Mother Gaia, who are always grounded, are speaking peacefully, are very kind people. They know the truth because they have a good connections with their intuition, and they are not in the ego style. The ego style is kind of always scared and always mad, and people who are always outside and who are always connected with the ground, and who always talk with the nature, with the animals, who have respect to the nature, aren't scared, and they are always very kind to each other, and very respectful, and very nice and lovely people, and know their intuition. The intuition never lies. The intuition always tells the truth. And even though if the intuition tells you that this thing is kind of manipulation, then that's the intuition. Okay? And of course, the important thing I actually forget to tell for the German ones is actually that there isn't only one truth. I am living in my world and you are living in your world, so don't forget that. And there isn't only one truth, there are thousands of different truths, and we can decide which truth you want to follow and you want to believe. But it is important to listen to your intuition, and that's the hard way to tell you. The people have forgot to listen to their intuition because they don't know how to listen, because nobody has taught them that. I mean, I have to learn it every day too. I'm always saying it to the general intuition is always on fire and it's always the truth. And that's the important thing. The intuition never lies. We have to accept and respect people, who they are, what they are, and what they believe and what they don't believe, and what they eat, and even if they are not vaccinated. Give them respect. Be peaceful. We need more peace people. And don't judge them because they are doing different things. I mean, I know you're scared, and I know you give them their fault, and you tell them it's your fault because you are unvaccinated, but that's not true. You are giving them your opportunity. You are in your victim instead of, you're in your victim, and you are actually giving them to the allowance that you're giving them their fault, and that's not true. If you didn't care about your immune system before Corona, then you won't change your immune system and change your nutrition after Corona. And working on your immune system is just a work, hard work, just as a work for your relationship. It's just a hard work for your relationship. It's not just doing it for one day and then you're safe. Your immune system is just like sport. Do it every day, then someday you will lose weight and your body gets fitter. That's the same thing. That's why I'm just saying. Immune system is a hard work. So, I mean, I can tell you that one because I was really, really addicted to chocolate, and my parents would say no, but I was eating Duplo and Hanuta German chocolates. There was a box about 15 of Hanuta in it, and 10, and I was eating it in 1 week. I was totally addicted. Now I don't eat meat. Now I don't eat chocolate, and I hate chocolate. I got on Easter chocolate from Lindt. It's a German producer, and I was eating that shit, and it was disgusting sweet. I hate sweet chocolate. The normal chocolate I eat is with e-treat or xylitol or 80-50% of chocolate. That's my thing, but not normal chocolate. So if you want to send me chocolate, 80-50%, not degrees, 80-50%, not 50, okay? Yeah, and but I stopped eating chocolate, and I stopped eating cheese and stop drinking milk, sour cream, and the German cheese things. You see, you can do whatever you want to do, and you can do it. It's a hard work. And if you really want to change your nutrition, then you will do it. If not, then well, good luck. So that's an important information for you guys. And I know that you are actually telling them, people who are vaccinated, that it's their fault and that their fault that you are ill and you're getting ill and stuff like that. But it's your responsible. You are responsible for your body. Nobody else. You're responsible for your body. And you didn't even care that before Corona, and now you care that? That doesn't make any sense. You have to take care since you're born in this world. And the thing is, when your body tells you something, we haven't learned about what our body is talking. And your body is working every day and giving you every sign. It tells you something, what he or she needs. And we didn't learn that. We are always in our ego way. We're always thinking, oh, that's not true. Emotions are not true. I know people who are talking about, no, emotions don't exist, or that's bullshit. I know those people, but we are people. We are human. We are human people. We aren't a robot. We are human people who have feelings, who have emotions, and we have to express it. We are human beings, and we're not robots. Robots have no emotions and feelings. And that's a sad way, but we are human beings, and we can change everything. And if we are actually capable about to hear our body and to listen what he needs and what he wants, then we can give him what he needs and what we want, and then he is happy. Sometimes we do it in the ego way. We think, okay, maybe the body wants this, and then we're gonna take a vitamin pill, and later on the body says, no, I didn't want that. I actually want that. You're gonna stop eating stuff that I don't want. If we are good in our intuition, then we have a good connection with our God, with our body, then our body will tell us what to do. He loves you. He loves you from the bottom of your heart. And he tries the best he can. And I know he's not perfect as well. My model's not perfect as well. I don't look like a perfect life. But you know what? I have to accept it. I have to accept it. I have to accept my body. And that's important. To accept what my body is. I mean, I wish I could be a little bit bigger, taller, less weight, whatever, but my body is what my body is, and I love it. I have to love my body, and I love to listen to my body. It's kind of interesting. I just like to talk about. So that's the information, what I just want to tell you and what I just told the German ones. By the way, the publisher produces and publishes very interesting books about lateral thinker. That's what the person wrote, the lateral thinker. But the publisher produces things that aren't about lateral thinker, and this book isn't about lateral thinker. This book is a fantasy romance, and still want to say produces publish books about when you're pregnant, slow birthing, or about vitamin D, or about some quite interesting here, this one, that's tarot cards, not tarot cards, but healing cards. I don't know how to call this. You see that? Teeth and the big plan. What does that mean? Healing your teeth with the big plan. And what was it also? Hypnobirthing and all those kind of stuff. So it's not about telling people how to be vaccinated or not to be vaccinated. It's not a lateral thinker book. It's a fantasy books about witches, about different types of witchcraft and what you learn as a witchcraft and stuff like that. It's a fantasy roman in German. And but you have to accept people who they are, even if they are a literal thinker or whatsoever, literal thinker. I think this is kind of a very disgusting word and very mean word and very not a respect word. I mean, it's kind of hurtful word because you have a different opinion and now you're a literal thinker? What? I mean, everyone can say their opinion and everyone is allowed to say their opinion about different things. Even if I would color my hair purple, you would say this color doesn't fit to you, even though I didn't ask you. Are you then a literal thinker? You know, that's totally not very kind. Be kind to everyone, be patient, be lovely, and be respectful to the person who they are and what they are. They decide their own decision and you decide your own decision and you make your own decision. And we have to respect that. And I have the feeling that, and I see that other people don't respect and accept that. And it's quite like in the 1600s when you actually think you were a witch and you got killed because you weren't a witch. It was kind of like the war in Germany in 1933. I know the German would think, how can you make an example about that? Well, yes, it's the same thing. I mean, if you have now a different opinion, you get deleted. I mean, there are rules that you're allowed to tell your opinion. Do you know what I mean? You're allowed to tell your opinion. I mean, it's not hurting you, but to say in respect words what your opinion is about. And even if it's a different opinion, what the other ones say, it's also allowed. But it still gets deleted on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram, and on YouTube. And that's quite very, very negative word. See? Do you know what I mean? So, and why I'm making the example for 1943, in Germany there was a war named Adolf Hitler, to remind you that. Sophie Scholl found out that Adolf Hitler wasn't a nice guy, he was a bad guy, and he had something up, and she found what he was up to, and she tried to wake the people up and tell them, people, he isn't the number one wonderful guy on the world. No, he's a gangster, something like that. I don't know what she wrote, but she got killed. First she got caught up in the university in Munich, and then they asked her why she did that, blah blah blah, and there wasn't allowed to say her opinion. Even if you had to tell the people that you hate Adolf Hitler, you would get killed. And she got killed in a very, very horrible way that you, in this century, you would never do that. If you would do that, you would land in jail or in prison. Well, prison is jail, so whatever. You know what I mean? So we are allowed to tell the truth. I mean, we are allowed to say what we think, what we feel, our opinion, and that's gonna be deleted. Hello? Are we back in 1933? Think about it. But we respect. But don't think that we don't respect you guys. We respect everyone. Okay? Everyone is allowed to say their opinion. Everyone is allowed to think what they want to think, to believe what they want to believe, and it's their life. We are not wait, I have to find the word. No, we are not responsible. Yeah, we are not responsible for you. You're responsible for your life, for your intuition, for your body, soul, but we aren't responsible for you. I'm responsible for myself. I have to keep me up and not you. So that's the thing. Okay. That was it for now. I hope you had fun, and I'm gonna inform you when I read the next 30 pages. And you can give the comment below. So see you later. Bye bye. Hi. It's been a while since I made the last video or filmed the last video talking about this book, and I think just checking it up again for you because I forgot the title in English. It's about divine masters, angels, wisdom, activations to connect with universal spiritual guides. And I'm on 244 and I'm not done reading yet. In the last few days I've read the book, some pages but not really too many pages, but I didn't film because I thought I'm gonna film about this book and not about my lifestyle or about my life, what's happening right now in my life and what I am going through, because it's kind of private and I don't want to judge, but this book is much more important. That's why I am filming or talking with you about this book. Normally when I'm making a video about reading vlog or film a reading vlog, I read the book, I talk about it, I show you what I eat or what I ate, how I slept and all this kind of stuff, but this time I don't do that. So yes, there's quite interesting information about this book, quite information about the masters, and what I think is very, very important when you use tarot cards and you lay a card called Buddha or Haver, and you don't know about this person, you don't know about what he's been going through or what she's been going through in her life and what she has learned and how she can help you. That's why it is very, very important to know all those kind of things. And there are all kinds of masters in this book, like Haver, Maria Magdalena, Buddha, and also Johanna von New Orleans. And at the time when Johanna on New Orleans was alive or was born, there was a war, and normally it was like that a girl can't fight or go into the war and fight against the others. She was actually hiding herself. She was acting like a man and was still fighting. Nobody knew that. And she stands for telling the truth and be authentic. Authentic by telling your truth to the others, but not in a rebel way, in a conditional love way. And that's what she stands for. Later on, they caught her up. They caught her, put her in jail, in prison, and she got killed or burned by a fire twice times. And that's why she stands for telling the truth and be authentic. That was kind of very, very interesting. However, there are lots other masters like Saint-Germain, the violation. Oh God, why is it violation? No, this super purple flame. That's what I want to say. Huh? I think you said you want to say that she was. Wait, what do you want to say? Okay. She got violated by the others, yeah. Johanna got violated by the others. And I have to look what I just told the others in German, so yes. That's what I actually forgot to tell you. That's what I really, really think it's really, really interesting. I've never heard of that before. When I started being spirituality or being spiritual, I use tarot cards and talk with angels and stuff like that, but I've never heard of Ashtar Sharon. And this is major interesting because Ashtar Sharon is a commander, a multidimensional alien that is working for truth, peace, and harmony. And since 1 year, I've heard of him before in a video because he told some people what he should do from a medium, and I never heard of him before. It was kind of interesting, like Pleiades and Arcturians. I've never heard of them before too. So that was a quite very, very interesting information for me. Yes, of course. And I forgot to tell you, Johanna was also a medium. She knew what things going to happen. That's what I actually wanted to tell you. That's what I forgot to tell you. And she was in war as a man. That's one information. And the other information is kind of much more interesting than Johanna von New Orleans, because when you talk with a person, you know that's her name. And when I heard the name, I thought it's a different person ever. Like Buddha is different than Jesus, you know what I mean? And we all know Maria Magdalena, Mother Maria. She's the mother of Jesus, we know that. But when I heard Lady Nada, I always thought that she is not Maria, but she is Maria. And you think, hey, that doesn't make any sense. And that's totally confusing, because your brain wants to get explained why her name, why Maria Magdalena is also Lady Nada. And I actually translated for you. I forgot it. Why? Because our brain wants to understand it. And we can't explain anything. This is too big for us. You can't explain why we see angels and why there's healing process and healing wonders, and some heal cancers, some not. And Kylie asked why Lady Nada is Maria. Lady Nada is an aspect of Maria Magdalena. Although her energy are showing differently, they are the same person. And he wants the explanation for that. They have two aspects of the same soul that are differently talking, but they are multidimensional of pure and goddess love. How great is that? That is, I don't know how to say this. This is amazing. I love it. I love it. There's so many great information for me for my writing process, and I'm at the moment, I'm at Paul Venezia. The dude is for writing process. Creativity. Somebody who has no creativity like me. Because I don't have much sex. It's true. Honestly. Yes. And he might help me. Well, the masters are telling who they are and what they did and what process they are going through and what they've gone through. And later on, they can give you some activation of healing codes, light codes, to help you be polite, be creative, to heal yourself, whatever. Making contact with the aliens, Asta Sharon, and stuff like that. That is kind of interesting and very, very awesome. I like that word, awesome. Yeah, awesome. So I think that's the end of this video, because I just don't think that I'm just gonna let you follow me while I read this book. I think it's kind of too boring, but I will gonna make an extra small cute video about it, talking about this book, and gonna tell you what information I just learned, found out that I didn't know. And this is really, really amazing, really, really interesting, because I just can't say, okay, this I like the book and done, because you don't know what's in it. You know, you have to have an idea if you like this book or not, if I'm going to tell you what's about this book, what's written in it, what has Kylie wrote, what I really fascinate, what I really enjoyed, what I really are happy about it, and feel so peaceful and lovely and stuff like that. Yes, so I'm gonna end this video. If you like this video, subscribe my YouTube channel, like it down, comment below, whatever, follow me around, and we're gonna see us next time. And thank you for watching. Thank you that you just took your time to watch this video. I'm gonna say hello and goodbye wherever you are. Bye bye.